So from December, I had the poi as well. So we started doing the poi work and then the affirmations, which is what I want to talk about actually, because the affirmations have been really amazing. Like what I've realized is some of the affirmations we said was like, I trusted the wisdom of my body. I relax in gratitude for all that I am. Um, so, um, and what I've realized is, I've been so busy like in the doing. So like always doing, always feel like I have to do. I've sort of not really like neglected my being. So through the poi and through the affirmations, I think, and another affirmation that I have is like I'm pure magic. So I'm just reminding myself that even I don't have to be doing something to be like worthy or to know who I am. Like, just by being, I can connect to myself. So through the months as I had the affirmations and the poi, it really grounded me to just check into who I am. If I wasn't this busy person always doing, uh, you know, then who would I be without it? Like, because actually another thing I've realized over the year, because as you said, I have a science background, I'm actually an engineer by education. I have a degree in electronics engineering and then followed by an MBA because I feel like I've mostly found value in doing. And I've been always like a high achiever in school. Like I enjoyed studying all of science. And then, I just felt like I wanted a degree, something in which I was like kind of overachieving or kind of pushing myself to work really hard. So it felt like only if I'm overly worked and I'm doing like so many things at the same time, then there's value in it. And then even after, I felt like I felt like, oh, I had to have a busy job, and then I became a mom with kids, and you know what I found in this journey was I was always taking on so much, and I only felt valued when I was doing so much. And then I questioned myself, is that really how I want to feel? Is that how I can feel like most connected to myself? And I said, no, no, actually, I want to relax, I want to just be, and it's safe to be. So one of the biggest things I got in this container was that you don't have only value in yourself when you're doing. It's safe to be. And I think the poi actually have it here with me has been so grounding, so like my friend actually, because as I've started doing this, I think the poi was kind of guiding me to say it's okay to do less. Like, you don't have to do a lot. And like every time I can notice, because of I'm an overly doing, my mind is so busy. Like, it's always, oh, I should be doing this. So it always has something to hold on to and worry about. So that's why the affirmations were so powerful, where anytime I feel like, oh, do I really want to be in like mental overdrive? Like, so, and then I go on and I say, oh, it's safe to relax. Like, I relax in gratitude for all that I am. Like, I'm pure magic. It's safe to, like, I relax in my feminine nature. So what that meant was, I think the whole year I've been moving from my masculine to my feminine and really stopping to think, is this what I really need? And as a result of like the poi, what has really helped me is really think, what do I really need now? Like, do I really need to be doing this? And to really shift into like deep rest and deep relaxation, because that's what I wanted for a long time, but I didn't know how to get there. So in a way, through my journey, the poi has really helped me find my way to my feminine and to actually being doing the things that I actually want to do rather than the things that I felt like I need to do. So this whole year was about like pausing and really connecting to myself. So yeah, that's been so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so, so much. Yeah, for weaving that in. And I think that it really is probably the biggest thread in our journey, right? And the people who are watching now may be wondering, like, poi, like how does poi do that, right? And so she says poi, but here's the thing, it's the way that we're using the poi. And I
Mm.
believe you said you might be willing to demonstrate a little bit, maybe in
Yeah,
just a couple minutes. And
definitely.
what she's been practicing is a modality called NeuroSomatic Flow. And so the poi by themselves, because here's the irony: you wouldn't have awareness around this because I think I'm the one who introduced you to poi, so you haven't really been out in the world to various flow festivals and workshops the thing, and
Yeah.
don't have an association with poi outside of the neurosomatic flow, which I think is so special. It's unique. It's definitely very, very unique. But if you did go out there, and those who are watching who are familiar with poi will be able to relate to this. The poi by themselves, if there's a masculine way of being or a go way of being, that is like, okay, overachiever way of being, it shows up in the poi.
Mm.
It shows up in
Mm.
the person, and then the poi are the extension. And you see the
Mm.
people out there who know how many tricks, they have achieved 100,000 tricks, and it's still not enough,
Mm.
right? And so they're overachieving. And so but in this journey, it hasn't been about the tricks,
Mm.
right? It's been about the patterns, and it's been about rewiring. So actually utilizing the poi as a neurophysiological subconscious belief rewiring tool, a tool to repattern the nervous system, literally using your body, connecting in through your voice and your declarations and your words, and literally remapping your subconscious map, remapping your subconscious field and your conscious.
Mm.
And so this has been, and this is, and then what you feel as a result of that is that literal shift that brings you into the beingness of it, of these words. So maybe now would be a good time to demonstrate.
So I'm just going to do it one at a time. So it's like, I trust in the wisdom of my body. I relax in gratitude for all that I am. I trust in the wisdom of my body. I relax in gratitude for all that I am. So yeah, this is my first mantra. And then also actually have another really beautiful second affirmation, which I do. It's just like my body is my sacred temple. Oh, and that's like another story, which I feel like I need to share, but for now I'll show you the point pattern. My body is a sacred temple. I love and worship my body unconditionally. So yeah, so how it works is we have a different affirmation and a different pattern for each. So how your mind associates it is for this pattern, for this affirmation, and I think that just sort of weaves the magic of that into your body, and it really does work. I think when you do it over time, I really do feel like my body is a sacred temple, and I really do love and worship myself unconditionally. So it's like the poise helping you do that, which is really beautiful. And the next one that I have is I'm pure magic. So I'm pure magic. I'm pure magic. I'm pure magic. And I'm pure magic. And I really do feel like pure magic. Like I think I've always been magical, but I couldn't access that part of me. So I'm really glad that I can. And the next one is nature. So that is I relax in the rhythm of my feminine nature. I relax in the rhythm of my feminine nature. And the other one is I thrive in the pure magic that I am. I thrive in the pure magic that I thrive in the pure magic that I thrive in the pure magic that I am. So yeah, that's how it goes. And then the last one is because one of the other things that I wanted to kind of achieve would be to speak up and stay in my power. And I think it's important to say no and to stay in your power. So I have an affirmation for that. And it's like when I say no, everyone wins. When I say no, everyone wins. It's safe to stay in my power. It's safe to stay in my power. Okay. Amazing.
Wow.
So,
Wow. So powerful. It's so it's just amazing to just really feel it, in your whole being, to see it and to just witness the transformation. And I know, and we have a lot of recordings. I think it'll be really fun to get some of the before videos, right? And then
yeah,
after.
see
Um,
how far.
yeah, thank you so much for demonstrating those exercises.
Uh, yeah, no, no, it's really powerful actually. And like one thing is coming up which I feel like I want to share is as well about my body is a sacred temple and that I love and worship my body. So now that I have that affirmation, it's so one of the things is so important, like how I treat my body. Like, I haven't felt the need to like drink or like anything. I mean, not that I drink a lot, but it's sort of completely, not as a, like, it's just, how do you say, I've just chosen not to drink because I feel like I treat my body like a sacred temple. So unless I really need to, like, unless I'm celebrating, don't really have any drinks and I eat really healthy. I'm really mindful of what I sort of, put into my body. I feel like my meals have become more important because I really want to nourish my body. My exercise is important. My sleep is important. And like who I interact with is important. Like, I feel like my value, my standard, everything has raised because I feel like, wow, I mean, I have this one life and this one body and it's really precious and I'm treating it with more love and respect and care. And also, like my affirmation to go with that is I love and worship myself unconditionally. So, to be honest, like I really do love my whole self, my body more because of it. Like, I'm not like, I mean, not really worried about my weight, like losing weight or something. I mean, I want to be healthy, but I love my body no matter what, all parts of it. And I think what the affirmations in the poi does is it helps you remind you who you are and where you want to go. And just having that daily reminder is really powerful, I think.
Yeah, it really, really is. And it's going deep into, it's, the point, the
Mm,
mindset, moving in ways that you've never moved before now gets the cerebellum on board, parts of
mm,
your brain that are required for that subconscious shift that can accelerate it, I would say, not required,
mm,
but can accelerate it. Yeah. And so that's really, yeah, that's really what's been, everything that we're witnessing right now is the result
mm,
of shifting and rewiring, so much rebirthing. One thing that came to mind, I just feel like there's so many like aspects. It's like when you do this kind of work, it the deep inner work, it shows up all around,
mm,
right? So, often we come in because of the symptoms, surface symptoms. Oh, my relationship this or my career this, but once you do the deeper work, it's like
mhm.
now, for example, you and your husband, like where were
Yeah.
you guys a year ago and where are you now?